How's it going, everybody? C-RadTV back with another video, and welcome to another Detroit Lions 2024 NFL Draft Preview. So in the last draft preview, we wrapped up the defensive side of the draft previews for this year, and wrapped up the defensive back and safety prospects for rounds 4 through 7 of the 2024 NFL Draft. And in this video, this will be the final draft preview we do for 2024. So yeah, after this, we will not have any draft previews again until this exact time in 2025. As this one, we're going to be taking a look at the top kicker prospects to keep an eye on in the draft, because for kickers, you pretty much solved that one in day 3 in rounds 4 through 7, because kickers are pretty replaceable and expendable. And it's not the most important position in the world, because all the kickers got is really one job to do. And honestly, kicker is actually a need for the Lions, believe it or not. Because the Lions cannot go into this season with Michael fucking Badgley. Because Badgley has been inconsistent as all hell in his career last season. And honestly, his inconsistency is the main reason why Dan Campbell always constantly fucking went for it instead of just take the points. I mean, just look at the NFC Championship game when he chose to go for it on a 4th and 3, when a field goal would have tied the game. Because that's how inconsistent Badgley was, to the point to where Dan didn't trust him and said, "Fuck it, go for it." So yeah, I'll just say this: if the Lions had a kicker, then I guarantee Campbell doesn't go for it all most of the time. But then again, the Lions always going for it was the main reason why they won a division title, won their first playoff game in 30 years, and made the NFC Championship game. It came 30 minutes away from making the Super Bowl. But anyway, we'll take a look at some of these kicker prospects, and we'll see what names the Lions should keep an eye on in rounds 4 through 7 of the 2024 NFL Draft. So, let's go. So the first kicker we're going to go over here, hailing out of Stanford, standing 6'2", weighing 208 pounds, we got Joshua Carty. So for Joshua's strengths, consistent, reliable, leg strength, power, accuracy. His range pushes 60 yards, proving consistency from anywhere from 52 to 54 yards. He converted a 61-yard field goal against Cal to set a school record as a junior, if you want to watch some tape there. Didn't miss a field goal or PAT in 2022. In terms of field goals in 2022, he was 18 for 18, including 13 makes of 40-plus yards. He set school record with 23 made field goals in 2023, and those 23 field goals came on 27 attempts. So pretty reliable. In terms of weaknesses, not proven in poor conditions, but consistency indicates that won't be impacted too much. His consistent touchback ratio on kickoffs averaged about 64.7 yards in 2023, but it isn't automatic. Overall, though, very reliable, very consistent kicker, especially in the 40-yard range where Badgley was very weak in last year. And that inconsistency for Badgley in the 40-yard range was one of the main reasons why Campbell always went for it. So yeah, kicker that's easily more reliable in Badgley in the area that made Campbell decide to go for it. But yeah, Carty, though, definitely I think someone to keep an eye on here. So the next player we're going to go over here, hailing out of Arkansas, standing 6'1", weighing 173 pounds, we got Cam Little. So for Cam's strengths, he's the second youngest player in the draft, won't turn 2021 until after his first preseason game as a rookie. Never missed a PAT in college, had 129 consecutive conversions. He hit 24 straight as a high school senior, made 53 of 64 field goals he tried in 3 seasons, which was 38 games. So pretty good reliability there. He connected on a career-best 56-yard field goal in 2023, had 51-yard makes each of his first 2 seasons. Only missed field goal in 2023 was on the road in Florida, if you want to watch some tape there. And he showed the mentality to bounce back from messes. In terms of weaknesses, though, he has good leg strength, but not the best in the class. His max range is anywhere from 55 to 57 yards. Shorter average kickoff distance to allow for returns in the NFL. Overall, though, very reliable kicker. Has some pretty good leg to him. Not one of the most powerful legs in the world with the range, though. But, I think good enough, though, to still make some points. To put some points on the board. I think someone to keep an eye on here for sure. So the next player we're going to go over here, hailing out of Missouri, sitting 6 feet tall, weighing 251 pounds. We got Harrison Mevis. Summer Harrison strikes. He has a beast of a boot, thumping leg straight, can hit the net for 50 yards, consistently split the uprights for anywhere from 55 to 57 yards. His max range is well over 60 yards, and it could be anywhere between the 63 to 65 yard range indoors, which is pretty good. In terms of weaknesses, though, with much power, though, comes occasional inconsistency. In his college career, he missed only one career PAT for an extra point, but he had 12 total missed field goals the past 2 seasons. He's streaky. He had 3 misses in 3 games to start off 2023, and in his junior year, he had 3 misses in a 2-game stretch. But overall, though, has, very good from 50-plus yards out, especially in the 60-yard range. Looks very good there. Has some good leg strength. I think someone definitely to keep an eye on here for sure. And the final kicker, the final player we're going to talk about in this video, hailing out of Alabama, standing 6'1", weighing 191 pounds. We got Will Reichard. So for Will's strengths, nearly automatic on touchbacks, repeats the effort with its motion, focuses on every kick, lifts the ball quickly, can control directional trajectory. He never missed a PAT in high school and only missed 1 PAT on his final 201 tries at Alabama. His punting background as a prep, averaged 43.5 yards on 6 punts as a senior at Alabama. In terms of his weaknesses, though, his range is uncertain. His leg strength improved significantly with age. Bade threw a pair of 50-plus yard field goals in the Rose Bowl game against Michigan, if you want to watch the tape there. However, though, as a sophomore, as a junior, he was 9 of 12 from 40-plus yards out. And from 40-plus yards out in 2021 as a sophomore, he was 8 for 13. So, a little bit reliable. Could have been better. But overall, though, his range is uncertain, but he looks like he's been getting better and better as every year progresses. Definitely, I think someone here to keep an eye on here for sure. But yeah, anyway, now wrap it up for this Detroit Lions 2024 NFL Draft Preview. In fact, that wraps it up for all the draft previews for 2024. So yeah, quite a few interesting kickers to keep an eye on from the draft for sure, possibly in the later rounds if we want to go get one and try and upgrade the kicker position over what the fuck we have at Badgley. Because I'll tell you right now, if the Lions go into this season with Michael Badgley, Dan Campbell's going to just go for it. Like, if we go in with Badgley, all Campbell's going to do in 4th down situations while in field goal range, be like, they think they got bigger balls than me? I'll show them. Fuck it. We're going for it. That's literally what's going to happen. Just Campbell's going to keep going for it. I mean, you live by the sword, you die by it too. But yeah, honestly, I feel like getting the 4 that I did in this video, I think getting those 4 are an upgrade over Badgley. I mean, either that or the Lions just go get that kicker from the Michigan Panthers from the UFL that made 2 60-plus yard field goals at Ford Field. And then this video all means nothing. But in terms of the kicker from the Panthers, I believe Bates is his last name, the Lions have contacted him. Like, if the Lions are going to go get the kicker from the Panthers, I think more than likely it will be after the UFL season ends, because the UFL season usually ends right before the training camp begins. So I imagine he'll most likely get an invite for training camp, and it would be an open competition between him and Badgley for the kicker spot. Honestly, I feel like the kicker from the Michigan Panthers are any of the 4 I went over in this draft class. I think any of them are an automatic upgrade over Badgley. Like, if we go for Badgley, if we go into the season with Badgley, like I mentioned, we're going to be going for it a lot on 4th down, even in field goal range. Because if Campbell's constantly going for it, especially with how consistent Badgley is, it just shows how much that Dan Campbell doesn't trust his kicker to put 3 points on the board. Because the kicker's only job is just to go out there and put points on the board. That's literally it. If he ain't putting points on the board, he ain't doing his job good enough. But anyway, now wrap it up for this draft preview. And for the draft, I'll see all yous in Detroit. But anyway, now wrap it up here. That's all I gotta say. Hope everyone's a great day, and I'll see you all whatever I make next. I'm out.